Independent investigator Richard Carter says when the shooting happened on May 24th, the Uvalde County Sheriff's Department did not have an active shooter policy, only definitions of terms, but no set policy on hand. Says at the time of the shooting, only 20% of the sheriff's department had active shooter training at that point. Now, there are only 3 officers that still have not had active shooter training. Sheriff Ruben Nolasco is one of those 3.
Did the sheriff receive training?
He had not, is my understanding.
He is
So he's still one of the 3?
Yes. What I understood was he wanted to make sure that all of his people that might go out were trained.
Carter says the department now does have an active shooter policy, and it was adopted in September of this year. This review, however, did not look at the actions or inactions of the sheriff's department on the day of the shooting. Join us tonight at 6 o'clock to hear the family's reaction and their disappointment to this report, plus how hard it was for them to face Mariano Pargas for the first time since his surprise retirement.
Since the beginning of the 2022-2023 school year, safety audits have been happening at your student's district.
As much as we would like to guarantee that nothing will ever happen, we're doing everything we can to make sure.
After 19 students and 2 teachers were killed at Robb Elementary in May, Governor Greg Abbott announced he wanted audits to start to ensure the doors of your student's school are locked. Harlandale ISD and Northeast ISD are both set to start winter break on Friday. Monday night, both school boards met, giving another update before the break on how things are going.
Our principals have been working really close together to make sure that we continue to monitor all of our interior doors and to make sure that we're in compliance with all of the regulations that the state's put in.
They made it mandatory that anytime we have an audit, we have to present it in public to the school board. And so every month, if we've had an audit, we'll present it to the school board.
NEISD's Chief of Police, Wally McCampbell, says those checking have a system to ensure exterior doors are locked and working properly.
If it's open, they'll go inside and then try to penetrate into the school. Once they're confronted by a staff member, then they immediately go to the front office and check in. They don't climb fences, they don't try to break into doors or anything like that.
NEISD says this month they had 6 campuses audited with 3 findings. Harlandale ISD says this month they had 2 campuses audited with no findings. The holidays are a time for giving, a phrase that's taken on a whole new meaning this year for Tara Wysick.
It becomes deeply personal as you talk to these families and you get to know them.
Wysick first connected with the families of Robb Elementary survivors when some were at a march in Washington, D.C. over the summer.
These kids, they're just learning their new normal basically, but we wanted to do something.
The holidays are no doubt going to be a difficult time for many in Uvalde this year. That includes the survivors of Classroom 112 in Robb Elementary. So Tara and her group decided they wanted to make this holiday a special one. Tara and her team at Luna Liaisons decided to help fulfill their Christmas wish list.
All of them had something on there for their families.
Take Jaden Canizales' request, for example.
This year for Christmas, I would like to go to a Lakers game in the VIP section to meet my favorite player, LeBron James. I would also like cameras to feel safe around the house.
Jaden's mother says it's a far cry from previous requests.
I mean, last year was just, nothing but about toys. It's been tough, very tough. I do take it day by day.
Oscar and Jessica Arona have adopted a similar motto. Their son Noah also survived the Robb Elementary mass shooting.
Not that we can say, okay, he's doing, he's going to do better in 5 months, 6 months, or, a year. We just take it day by day.
They went through a very traumatic experience, and I think sometimes people forget that.
One of Noah's biggest wishes has already been fulfilled by meeting his favorite NFL players.
And the smile on his face as he was meeting these people that we cheer on every Sunday was, it's not something we see every day from him.
Thank you, Miss Tara, for all the things that you've done and making everything happen.